good evening and welcome to episode 21 of the Powerpuff Babes podcast, where sugar meets spice and everything nice. We're your hostess, Mo and Kat. Allie will not be joining us for a couple of episodes. We all have crazy stuff going on, crazy schedules. And I believe we do have a couple of announcements to make today, but we'll wait until after, like until towards the end. But Mo, I have a question for you. So
Yeah,
I remember I told you that I kept bumping into these stories on TikTok where it's like it starts off with it's like am I the asshole?
I
So
love those.
I love those. I love listening to those stories. Sometimes I only leave like the first part and then never post the second part, but there are some where they post the second part and I'm just like, whoa. But they're fucking hilarious. Um, so I've got one here, and I believe you have some that you've looked through. Um,
Yes, I have. I have a lot.
ooh,
Well, I
okay,
went through the titles and I think I haven't read some of them, but
okay.
um I think they'd be really interesting.
Mm. Well, okay, so I have this one, and it goes, excuse me. Am I the asshole for not inviting my future mother in law to my bridal shower? So it goes, my future mother in law and I are not in talking terms at the moment. She accused me of a number of untrue things in an effort to get my fiance to turn on me, which he hasn't. She blamed me for deleting a Facebook post, but I just hadn't approved it to be on my timeline yet. She still maintains to this day that I deleted it after me and my fiance explained the situation. She told the entire family I didn't want to have children, and his family have called him asking him if he's sure he's okay with that. Good God, I cannot talk. I never once said I didn't want to have children. I just said I may not be able to have them due to previous invasive surgeries. It seemed as though she used that as a way to question my ability to be a good wife. She complained to everyone that I didn't invite her to the dress shop, but the only person who came was my mother due to COVID protocols. It's gotten to a point where I feel like I can't do anything right, and she finds a way to make me the enemy slash bad person in every scenario. I have panic attacks at the thought of seeing her. I really don't want to exclude her, but I know I'll be miserable on every special day if I do. And she goes, "Help, please." Man. Um I I wouldn't say she's well, what do you think, Mo?
I don't think she's an asshole at all. I meant like her mother-in-law is over here telling her family that she's not gonna have kids, like if it's her choice. Oh my god!
No, yeah, me
And
and you,
then like,
girlfriend,
the
we're having
family
trouble
is
here.
like pushing, like her son, and then the whole family's calling him, being like, "Are you sure you want that?" Like, as if that isn't something he doesn't know.
Right.
Like he doesn't know that his wife, right? Is his wife or fiance?
Looks like it's fiance. This
Like,
is posted 5 hours ago. Yep, definitely fiance.
oh shit. Yeah,
Bruh.
definitely fiance. Nah, dude, like, how do you how
That
do you
makes it
let your mom tell you your family and then like ambush you about being like, "Oh, you didn't know this? Are you okay with it?" Like, as if you guys don't talk, as if you guys don't communicate and be like, are you okay with this? Are you okay that we might not have kids? What about the alternatives? What about adoption? What about, surrogates? What about anything?" But
mm-hmm.
that's her mother-in-law shouldn't be pushing like that
No,
over a
yeah.
Facebook post.
Right? That's
A
what I'm saying.
Facebook
Like,
post? I don't even think my
you
dad's that petty. And my dad's
it's
bad.
it's definitely like in my opinion, you're not the asshole. Mainly because she keeps jumping to conclusions and keeps like giving out little fibs. Not even little
Hmm.
fibs. actual lies because she literally
Yeah.
said that she didn't like the fiance didn't want to have um children, but she never once said that. She
Yeah,
said
she
that she
never once
wasn't
said that. She
able to.
never asked her or anything. Was just like, "Oh, she just doesn't want kids. Oh, I'm not gonna have grandkids or something." Like, this isn't about you. This is about her. This is about her if she wants to have kids or not.
I'm saying, you know what? You're not the asshole for that. If anything, girl, just don't even worry about her. She's probably just like one of those moms who's controlling over her son's life.
They're
And
those boy moms who are obsessed with their sons. You know,
I'm
have you
not
seen
trying
those
to
TikToks?
say like red flag or anything, but
That she's
if
waving
your
high.
husband and or fiance isn't, talking to her and like telling her that it's not okay, and
If you don't got your
if
back,
he don't
sis,
got your
drop them.
back, girlfriend, it's not right.
Hell
That's
no.
not the
But I mean,
relationship
she
you want to
did
be in.
say it was like what 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
So maybe she's like in the middle of trying to get it all sorted out. But
Maybe. I hope you get it sorted out though.
I hope so too, girl. Oh my god.
I feel bad for you,
Uh-uh.
girlfriend. Well, I wouldn't feel
Especially,
bad. Actually, no, I don't feel bad because I know at some point she as a person is going to like put her in her place. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like she's gonna tell this future mother-in-law like, all right, if you're not happy with my life, then stay out of it and put her in her place type of thing. I love those moments where like the mother-in-law is just being super obnoxious and like super trying to like control your and like your like her son or her or their child's life, and it's just crazy. And then
Yeah.
for the wife or like the fiance to just like step in and put her in her place, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Have you seen those? I've seen
Not
these
asshole.
TikToks recently where it was these boy moms, since they're like basically in love with their sons because they basically like made them into the men that they've always wanted.
Yeah,
So they'll
that's
be
always
like,
creepy to
and then
me.
it's always like your mother-in-law faking a heart attack in a hospital while you're giving birth to your first child, and it's a
Bruh,
girl.
are you serious?
Somebody apparently did that, yeah. Like some mother-in-law
Bro.
did that, and I was because I was reading the comments, and they said their mother-in-law did that, and then that the that the mother-in-law got really upset when the nurses and doctors kicked her out for faking it because they
Of
checked her out and she
course.
was fine. That
Nah,
shit's wild. Like if don't be super obsessed with your son, man. They got their own lives. You have yours.
that's
Leave
what
them
I'm saying.
alone.
Yeah. Like dang. You're already done with you as a parent, you're done. You don't need to worry about your child anymore. They're married, they're getting married, they're having a family of their own. Don't worry about like what you should be worrying about is your grandchildren.
Mhm.
Like that's all you can like you can use all of that babying that you want to like that you have left over, use it for the grandchildren. You don't have to use it for your son who's already a grown ass man or your daughter who's a grown ass woman. She don't need it. He don't need it. Like leave it for the grandchildren. And if there's not going to be grandchildren, pick up a pet.
Buy a dog.
Go buy a dog.
Buy
Go
a dog.
adopt a cat. Do something, but stop babying kids who are grown ass people and they can take care
Uh
of
huh.
themselves.
This
If
boy
they
moms that
can't, that's a problem. That's a whole problem.
if you're somewhere like in love with your son, you need to reevaluate your life because that is not okay. Because I mean, if you're over here, like obviously, like she's creating problems and telling her family all this stuff, and then the family's coming to him, and it's putting a lot of pressure on the girlfriend or the fiance, especially over the topic of pregnancy. Especially like it's not her fault that she can't have kids. Maybe she like I think it said it that she wants kids or she wanted
Yeah,
to have
she
kids.
said,
Can't you can't just
I never once said I didn't want to have children. I said I may not be able to due to previous invasive surgeries.
yeah. Like you can't just ask a woman or tell a woman about getting pregnant. You can't tell her you should have kids. You would like, well, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their bodies are going through. Like if say I was having the absolute worst troubles if I wanted to start a family, and then I was trying to keep it quiet, but I kept hearing, "Oh, you guys should have kids. Oh, you guys should start a family of your own or whatever." And then I was like, "Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we're thinking about it." But like I can't. I would be devastated on the inside and it would bring me down a lot more. You just can't bring that to a woman. You can't just bring it up. It's
Mm-mm.
kind of a sensitive topic.
Exactly. It just remind that just reminds me of there was this one video on TikTok that I saw where I guess it was the soon to be married couple going shopping for the guy's suit, like the suit
Hmm.
and the pants and whatnot. And the mom, his mom was there, and she was like, "Oh, the red would be great," and blah blah blah. And then like the wife's like, or the fiance's like, actually, like the red wouldn't go at all because the color theme is actually this color, and like it was like a nice blue, and the mother was like, but he looks so boring in that color and blah 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 blah. And then she was like, no, the red, take the red, take the red. And he just kept agreeing with his mom. And like she kept cutting the fiance off, like she kept interrupting her and was like, and just taking over. And I was just like, bro, like you need to listen to her as a wife as well, because she knows what's going on, like color wise and like theme and everything, and your mother
Yeah, she's
probably
in
doesn't.
charge of it, not your mom. The
Exactly.
fuck?
And then he just kept agreeing. I was like, if that were me, I would have walked out right then and there, like, all right, here's your ring, like I'm done, I
You know
can't
what?
do this if she's gonna
You
be acting
guys
like
get
this.
married since she's gonna be all up on it and whatnot.
Yeah, like
Like, excuse me, who did he ask? Did he ask you to marry him? I don't think so. But if he's gonna
right.
go ahead and like run over to his mom like that, I don't know. That's mm.
Straight up mama's boy, like, don't do that. You're a grown-ass man.
That's your wedding, and it's you and your fiance planning that whole thing. If you want your mom's opinion, go ahead. But I meant like letting your mom control the entire thing. Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
She can have an opinion, but she can't control the whole thing.
Exactly. So no, girlfriend, you are not the asshole. She
Hell no.
is. She is for intruding into your life like that. Okay,
Uh,
Mo, what's the next one? Which one did you have?
I have several. If
Oh,
you want to read out the title that you want me to read out, I would gladly read it.
I'll let you pick this one and then I'll pick the next one and see what it is. I'm just gonna go based on the titles.
That's what I'm doing. I've read some of them, but most of these are just titles.
You know what? There was one that you said. I remember you were talking about it. Hold on. Oh, am I the asshole for calling my mom? That one, do that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
As soon as you said it, I kind of wanted to look into it too.
this one's a little long. This one's, am I the asshole for calling my mom a selfish bitch for wanting to marry her boyfriend? So this says background info. My mother, 36 female, and I, 16 female, have a complicated relationship. She is the classic absent mother who cares more about whatever guy she is seeing at the time than her own daughter, and has always resented me for hiding my father's affair from her when I was 11. Important later. Safe to say we are not close, but she has never let me go hungry and has given me a roof over my head, so I can't really complain much. I started dating my boyfriend. She calls him M. When we were 12 years, we've been dating since we were 12 years old, and almost 5 years later, we are still going strong. He has met my mother countless times over the past 4 years, and I have met his father a handful of times as well, though we've never introduced our parents. My mom only cares about herself, and his dad is always working. So 3 days ago, my mom told me she wanted to introduce someone to me. I knew had been seeing a guy for a few months now, but didn't really care because she's always seeing someone new. This was the first time she had asked me to meet someone. However, I was curious and decided to go. We drove to a nice restaurant and walked inside, and she led me to a table where my boyfriend and his dad were sitting, and I was totally shell shocked and stared at her while she grinned and introduced him as her new fiance and my future stepdad. I walked out of
Oh.
the restaurant and my mom followed me, asking me what was the matter. She told me it was rude to, quote, storm off in a fit, and I asked her where they had met and if she knew he was M's father. She told me that they met at parents' night at our high school, which means there's a slim chance that she wouldn't know who he was after one conversation, and said that it didn't matter if he was M's father or not. I told her it absolutely mattered because if they married, me and M would be step siblings, and we would live together in some weird family dynamic that creeped me out just thinking about it. I told her I didn't want her to marry him, and she said if dating my stepbrother bothered me so much, we could just break up. I yelled at her and said that Em and I dated for 4 years, and if anyone was breaking up, it would be her and her 3-month boyfriend. She said that her relationship mattered more because she was, quote, an adult, and that I owed her for ruining her marriage with my dad. I called her a
Mm.
selfish bitch that was just jealous I was in a stable relationship while she bounced from guy to guy. I walked away and Ubered to my friend's house where I currently am, and I'm really angry at her. She had to have known that he was Im's dad, and if she somehow didn't, how could she even marry someone without asking their kid's name? My boyfriend has been calling me, but I don't have the heart to answer, and my mom and my aunt have been blowing up my phone with angry messages calling me an asshole for not supporting her. Quote, second chance at love, when I
Bruh.
ruined the first. I'm really starting to believe their words, and I'm wondering if I am unreasonable and overreacted, so am I the asshole?
How long ago was that posted? Let me see.
A day ago.
A day ago.
A
Mm.
day ago. And then she goes into more details in the comments saying, yeah, I found the messages on his phone one day, and my dad told me if I told her they would split and I would never see him again. He ended up divorcing her to be with his mistress a few months later, though, and my mom blamed me for not saying something sooner because, quote, she could have fixed it before he left. High school mean girl is a good way of describing her. I always feel like she's competing with me, if that makes sense. My dad moved back to his home country a couple years back, and we basically only communicate through birthday cards, and everyone on my mom's side is not great. But my friends' parents are amazing and have offered me a place to stay with them for a bit. And
That's
that's
good.
pretty much it, but that she is definitely gonna try to talk to him, or her boyfriend.
Yeah, at
This
least
one
talk
else
to
is
him and
fucking.
just be like, because I mean, he's probably thinking the same thing, you know? He's probably going through the same thing with you. I mean, he is going through the same thing with you, but he's probably thinking like the same thoughts that you're thinking. And it's just like, he doesn't want to be alone
Yeah.
in those
I'm sure
thoughts.
he's just as confused and just as like, oh, what the fuck? That is
As
that
confused and
is
as pissed
definitely
off.
something.
Um,
Oh my god.
which, see, that's the thing though, because they've been going out for 4 years. She definitely knew who he
Her and her
was.
boyfriend, her the original poster and her boyfriend were going out for 4 years, and the mom and the stepdad or future stepdad or whatever dated for 3 months.
Nah, she definitely knew because how is he just gonna date her and never tell her about his kid? You
Uh
know?
huh. She had to have
She
known, and she was
she
like, "Oh, I don't
knew.
care."
She knew. Um, dang, she's been going out with him for
Ooh,
4 years. A lot longer than than the mom going out with this dude. Dang, 3 months and she's already like my fiance.
yeah.
3 months? Nah, you're moving too fast
Hey,
there.
man.
You are moving
Hell
way
yeah, you
too
moving
fast.
too
Nope,
fast.
she's doing that out of jealousy. She is not the asshole. The mom is.
That
She's
is, oh my
moving
god,
way too quick for that. 3 freaking months? Are you kidding me?
3 months. That
Nope.
is such a short amount of time. You don't get to know somebody in 3 months, man.
Nope.
You barely know who that person is. You barely know their name. You don't know their habits. You don't know
You
what they
haven't
do
even made a
whenever they're not
dent.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you don't know. Like you get to know someone when you live with them. How the fuck would she know who this man is in
Yeah,
3 months?
no way. She's doing that way too
Absolutely
fast.
not.
She
Especially because
knows.
he works all the time and whatnot. Nah,
Mm-hmm.
dude.
Yeah, no. She knows for sure. No, in my opinion, she's not the asshole, the 16-year-old, but the mother is.
Yeah,
That's how
she's
I
not the
see it.
asshole.
Yeah, that's how I see it. That's dumb. She is
Yeah,
not the
this
asshole.
says, thank you so much for all your advice and kind words. I messaged my boyfriend to let him know I'm not mad at him and apologized for not replying to him earlier. We're
Okay,
meeting
bueno.
tomorrow morning to talk about what happened, so I'll update again once I get more details if you'd like. If that was a day ago. I want more. I tried searching if there was more, but there's not.
Hmm.
This is one I read over and I was like, dang, yeah, this one's going to be an interesting one to talk about. Because sheesh, dude. Your mom's an asshole.
Oh
Do
man.
you, do you have another one for us?
Let's see. I did have another one, but I lost it. Let me go see if I can find it again. What? Okay, I just found one. Hold on. I actually need to know what happened here. Am I the asshole for using photographs without paying the photographer? The other
Ooh.
day, while I was surfing, a photographer took pictures of me without asking me first. After surfing, she came to my friend and I and she asked us if we wanted to buy one of the pictures, and we told her no. She gave us her website just in case we wanted to buy a picture later. That afternoon, I saw on her website a couple of pictures of me and my friend that I really liked, but I was not going to pay for a picture that was taken of me without permission. So I decided to crop it out and to remove the watermark, and I uploaded it on my Instagram. Give me a second. Ooh, I had a sneeze coming on and it went away. I don't like that. Sorry. Okay. Um, this morning I've woken up with a message from her on Instagram telling me that I've stolen her pictures and that I should pay her. I told her no, no, sorry. I've told her that she should stop being a creep and she should ask before taking pictures. After that, I blocked her. Now she's crying about it on her Twitter. I know this because before blocking her, she was threatening me with exposing me on Twitter. Am I the asshole? Ah,
Oof,
interesting.
ooh.
But see, you're a photographer, you gotta ask permission.
Yeah, you can't
If
just
you
like
don't
take
ask,
pictures of people and expect them to pay for them.
yeah, if you don't ask
Especially
for permission, that's illegal.
that's that's really weird. And then just assuming that they're just gonna pay you.
In my opinion,
No,
man, ugh. Okay, in my opinion, I would say she isn't the asshole here.
yeah,
Only because the photographer didn't ask for permission.
yeah, she should have asked for permission first, and then going like, "Hey, do y'all want to pay for these pictures?" And then she posted them on her website. And
Like,
then
yeah,
if you're a photographer and you don't want them to be like easily cropped out or whatever, you got to make your watermark a little bigger. In the case of them cropping it out and then like just taking it, why would you just post it nonchalant on your website so soon and not expecting them to go and search for it?
yeah,
I don't know. That's
yeah.
I mean, the photographer should have seen that one coming.
They really should have. So yeah,
That's
I don't think you're the asshole, but
nah.
that photographer definitely should have asked for permission before taking your pictures.
What do some of the comments say?
Let me take a look. I was actually trying to look at those. Let's see here. I'm not able to. Oh, there we go. Okay. Um, Not the asshole. She should have asked if you wanted a free copy and thank you for being such a great subject. And if she wasn't going to ask for permission to begin with. Um, Ooh, somebody said this may be controversial, but I'm going with you're the asshole. First off, you were surfing out in public. You have no reasonable expectation of privacy when you are out in public. If people can watch you from the beach, they are free to take your picture. Then then when she asked if you wanted to buy the pictures, you said no, which was fine. But then you went to her website and decided you really liked her work, just didn't want to pay for it. So you downloaded the pictures you liked, edited out her watermark, and posted it yourself. Obviously, you found value in her work, or you wouldn't have wanted to the sorry you or you wouldn't have wanted the pictures for yourself. You don't have a copyright of your own likeness. If you don't want people to take pictures of you, then don't go out in public. Oh, I knew
That's
it.
very true. That is
Says
very true.
if you don't want people taking pictures of you, don't go out in public. If you don't want to pay for something, so uh just don't steal it instead. Yeah.
That is very true. That is very true. You know what? They might be an asshole.
Mm,
Because that is true. Because if it is a public place, and
it
if now if it
is.
was a private beach or something, I think I would have said that it was a little different, especially if like they were at a private like location, but they weren't. And then yeah, they went to steal it, and then
Yeah.
the photographer got mad,
Yeah, no,
which was reasonably
I
so.
could see it through both points of view
Yeah, I
now.
can
Yeah.
see.
I don't know. Like
Sheesh.
if I were in that situation, I wouldn't be like I wouldn't download my pictures. I would just if I really liked one picture that she posted, then I would ask her for that one picture. Like, "Hey, like
Yeah.
I saw this one. I really like it. How much is it?" Like, seeing as how you
Well,
didn't ask for my permission, but still like I kind of like this one.
yeah.
Um, do you have one, Mo?
Let's see. There's this gas can one that I saw. Yeah, yeah. Am I the asshole for pranking my neighbor so he puts water in his gas tank? I, 24-year-old female, have a neighbor, 55-year-old male, who from what I can tell lives alone. I don't talk to him often, but our houses are pretty close to one another, so sometimes we wave to each other in between passings. I always keep a gas can full of gas underneath my porch for my lawnmower in a spot that isn't right in the open. One evening, I was sitting in my kitchen reading a book when, out of the corner of my eye, I saw him walk past my window. Sneakily, I watched him as he picked up my gas can and walked back over to his place. I continued watching as he filled his car with my gas, but still leaving some that it would go unnoticed. I debated on confronting him, but he is a big, intimidating man, and I live alone. I
Mm-hmm.
decided to purchase a shed for my backyard a while ago, and this was the week that it finally got delivered. I filled it with shovels, sleds, a fire pit, etc. I also put my gas can in it so my neighbor wouldn't steal it. When I told my brother what my neighbor did, he told me I should get cameras, which I ended up doing. A few days later, my phone beeps at 2 a.m. I pick it up only to watch the cameras record my neighbor breaking into my shed and taking my gas can. I couldn't believe it. So, what do? 2 days later, instead of filling the gas can with gas, I fill it with water and wait for my neighbor. Sure enough, a week later, he's back. I will admit, I couldn't stop laughing, but after I watched him pour it in his tank, I started to feel bad. Am I the asshole?
Mm.
Absolutely not.
Nope. Nope, because that's something I would
Absolutely
do.
not. Hell
No,
yeah, dude.
I wouldn't feel bad because only because they're stealing gas from you. Do you see how expensive this shit is now?
Hell
It's
yeah.
hella
Hell
expensive.
yeah.
So
Where
yeah,
is
I'm
this
gonna be
post
a
at?
fucking asshole and fill it up if I have to. If it gets to a point where he won't stop, it's gonna be filled with sugar instead of water.
Yeah.
So watch your back. I don't think you're the asshole for that one. I really don't.
That was posted 5 hours ago.
Yeah, no, they're definitely not the asshole for that one.
Hell no, they're not.
Mm-mm.
Somebody said, personally, I like to keep sugar water in my gas cans in my shed. She should try it.
Mm? I just might.
Somebody said next time put diesel in it. Really fuck with him.
Ooh.
I like
Dang.
reading these. Diesel is normally stored in yellow cans. Regular gas is normally stored in red cans. Kerosene is normally stored in blue cans. Oil is normally stored in green cans. If OP accidentally got his color confused or perhaps colorblind, I could totally see how this neighbor ended up put with something other than gasoline in his car's fuel system.
Mm-mm-mm.
Dang, dude.
That's crazy. I honestly,
Somebody said, my husband suggests my gas kept leaking, so I patched it and testing the patch with the water. That way, if he confronts her and is like really upset, she can just be like, oh, well, my gas can was leaking, so I patched it up and put water in it just to test if it leaks over the night.
mm, interesting, interesting.
Let me see. Are there any updates? No, there's no updates. Dang it. What? This post literally just got removed.
What do
I'm
you
so glad I
mean?
read it. When I did, yeah, it says sorry. This post has been removed by the moderators of Am I the Asshole?
Oh, which
This
one?
thread has been locked by. Hold on. It's in one of the links I sent you where it's
Hold on. Which one is it? Tell me. I
actually
want
no,
to
I don't think I
see.
sent it. Now I have to go and send it to you again.
Okay.
Did they really just take it down? They really just took it
Oh,
down.
bruh. Oh, is it this one? Oh, it did. Oh,
Dude, it just got
no. No. It
dang
says
it, man.
moderators. Hold on. Moderators remove posts from feeds for a variety of reasons, including keeping community safe, civil, and true to their purpose. This thread
Who
has been
reported it?
locked
The
by
neighbor. The neighbor
moderators.
reported it.
Bruh. Oh
Oh
no.
no.
I'm sad now. I want to get update for that one. Wait. Hold on. That was 30. Hold on. Suggested top. Let's new. Let's go new here. Can we get an update though? It's just such a beautiful bit of karma. I'm fascinated to hear what happens to this vehicle.
I know, that's what I want to know. Is he like gonna be really bamboozled? Is he actually gonna confront her for him fucking up his own car for
Yeah.
stealing?
Oh man.
Damn it, dude. The neighbor reported it? Damn it, they had to have. I don't
They
know.
had to,
Who would have
yeah.
reported it, man? This was.
Not the
Aw.
asshole, but I need to know his reaction. Oh, not the asshole, but I would consider putting a note on the gas can. I know what you are doing. Are you sure this is just gasoline? And then just wait and watch his reaction next time he brings it.
That's a good
I love
one.
that. No.
I,
Freaking
what if he just storms
assholes.
to her house and is like demanding for her to fix his car? Which would be stupid because you're stealing her gas, or
Mm.
was supposed to be gas. Somehow it's water. You didn't
Not the
hear
asshole. You
me.
never said there was gasoline in there.
Hmm.
Bruh. If you truly want to fuck his shit up, put sugar in the gas can or swap out the gas with an unused gas can full of sugar. That'll destroy his engine. Oh
And
my
somebody
god.
said, not the asshole, you're just using a watering can because you lost yours. I love these.
I love these responses, dude.
Everybody's suggesting that she should have put sugar water instead.
Yeah, for sure.
Please. You really wanted him to fuck up his car.
It says not the asshole, but please report him to the police with this video evidence.
Hell yeah.
Yep, you could have just said they were trespassing.
Somebody said,
Let's
not the
actually go
asshole.
to
If his car explodes and he dies, he's not your problem anymore. So it's a win win anyway. What the fuck?
Somebody said you're the asshole for not telling us how this story ends. Did he confront you? Did he stop trying to steal your gas? What happened?
Yeah, it feels kinda that way. No, no, no. The moderators
I
of this
know.
page are
Moderators, come
asking.
on. We actually want to know what happened.
That one's a
Come
good one. Ah,
on.
I love
Why?
petty crime. So dramatic. Oh,
So, moderators, are you the asshole for taking off this story? Because it seems like it to me.
fuck. Alright. Do you have another story, or did you wanna pick one of the ones I sent you?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Hold on. Let me. Oh, yeah. I actually have. No. I actually have one open. So it says, am I the asshole for saying no? This may seem stupid or
Hmm.
childish, but I can't tell you at this point. Today I ran into a guy that I was mostly friendly with. He isn't my friend, but I hang out with him from time to time. We spoke to each other for a while until he asked me if I would like to play a video game sometime later today. I agreed to the offer and he said that he would text me around 4:30 p.m. This is when things went downhill. He texted me, but he asked if I was okay with if his friends joined. I said it was fine, but I didn't know what I didn't know was that his friends aren't the best to anyone but him. We all got on a VC, and his friends instantly started making fun of me, calling me things like a bitch or a slut. I put
Oh
up
my god.
I put up with it for a while until my so-called quote unquote friend started to do the same thing. I was fed up and started doing the same thing they were. I called them bitches and sluts to see how they liked it. As soon as I did it, they all said I was being rude and mean and they were playing around and that they were playing around. I was done with their shit at this point and left. A few minutes later, my so called friend texted me saying he was sorry for what happened and if I forgave him and if I would forgive him. I said no and that he really fucked up for not standing up for me. He then said I was being a crybaby and I needed to grow up. I don't know why I was treated that way, so am I the asshole? Fuck no, you're not the asshole. He is.
Absolutely not. Like, I have a good friend group, and they get pretty, like, not well, pretty intense with each other, but they don't actually mean, like, they'll call each other bitches all the time, but they
Yeah.
won't mean it, obviously. Or they'll call each other, like, they'll throw around small insults, but they won't try to, like, call you something or say something that'll absolutely, like, stab you and, like, twist, like a knife stabbing you, twisting it, like, hurting you that bad, you know? But
Right.
I meant everything they say is always like friendly, and we always try to make sure everybody, especially when you guys first met them, we try to make sure that you guys knew that it was just the way they like to play around, that they didn't
Yeah.
mean any of it. So I don't know if you remember when I was apologizing a lot when you
Yes.
guys first met them. Like, oh no, they're gonna scare them, my only chance at female friends. And
Oh man, I remember.
scare them.
I remember, dude. I wish I could go back and just relive every single moment again. When I first met these guys and when I first met Mo. Actually, no, that wasn't the first time I met you, Mo. The first time was
No, that
actually
wasn't
when
the
we
first
first
time.
played that one time. But when I first met, the group of friends all together, um, it was just funny because my first initial reaction of them was, "Fuck, they're loud as hell." Like I can't.
Yeah, they're loud, especially Sebastian. We've mentioned all this before, but he
Sebastian,
is the loudest
so
one out of the entire group.
loud.
You have to turn him down manually, and
Yes.
he will be just as loud as the rest of the group if you
Yes.
turn him down all the way.
Yeah. Like I remember like immediately when we first joined, like everybody was just going off and I
You
was
know,
over
when
here
you
thinking like,
joined,
"Oh my God, Allie, please don't get scared away. Like I really want to actually see if this works out with these people. Like I really want to make more friends." Um And I'm over here like thinking, I'm over here texting Allie on the side. I'm like, yo, you good? She's
Uh,
like, yeah,
dude,
it's just that they're loud. And I was like, yup.
dude, I was texting JP on the side. I was like, dude, I really, really don't want them to like just not talk to us anymore. I want them like I don't want them to get scared off. He's like, and I was like, especially because I think Ali was one of the last ones to join out of you two,
Hmm.
and he was like, nah, like Ali's like she's more
Chill.
tomboyish, I guess.
Yeah.
She's more chill, and I was like, okay. And I'm glad everybody got along. But oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
god, I was so scared. I was so scared,
Yeah,
especially
I'm over
because
here like,
when we first met, we were playing that Scribble IO game or something, and I met you through JP,
oh,
and then
yeah.
we were playing GTA. You joined in the middle of a game on GTA, and that had to be like the worst time because they were screaming at each other, and I was like, oh my god, no.
I was like, whoa. I had to take off my headset because my. It was just so loud. Like, I had the headset where it has the little mic on the wire
Uh-huh.
and like the little like volume scroll thing. So yeah, I did that. I turned it down and then I took off my headset and I was like, fucking shit, they're loud. And I remember I texted like I grabbed my phone real quick and I texted Allie and I was like, yo, just a heads up, they are a bit loud.
They
And
are
then
so loud.
JP sent me a message like before we joined or before I joined. He was like, "Hey, just to let you know they are a bit vulgar and like they'll cuss around here and there. I just wanted to let you know." Cuz I think he thought that I was streaming. So
Mm.
he was just
Yeah,
like,
we
"Yeah,
thought
just be careful
that you
if
might
you
have
join."
been. And I was like, oh, she's streaming. Oh no, tell her she's got to end her stream, dude. That is not stream appropriate what they talk about or how they talk.
No. No. So yeah, that was crazy when we first hopped on. Like they were so loud. Sebastian was the
Oh,
loudest.
he's the loudest.
My
But the
God.
thing is that they joke around. You've seen how they joke around with each other, but it's not to the point where they insult each other so much that they get so hurt and to
Yeah,
where it's supposed to hurt someone's feelings because that's obviously not anybody's goal is to hurt somebody's feelings. It's just a little banter here and there, nothing crazy. But that nah, dude, like you're not the asshole for saying no, that you don't forgive your friend because that your friend should have stuck up for you
they really should have.
and made sure
So,
that that they know the people around them would accept you
mhm.
instead of doing that and then them backing up their friends instead of you. Like no, no, you're not the asshole.
Yeah, see, people are here like, yeah, lose that friend's number like really fast. Weird ass people.
Hit
Um,
block immediately.
yes. Let's see. Mm, not the asshole. Calling you a crybaby for standing up for yourself. Screw him.
Yeah, that was also really fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have blocked him. Oh, she did.
Good.
Yay.
God, good for you. When was that posted?
She put the update 4 hours ago. The whole thing was 7 hours ago. So she blocked him, and let's see. Thank you for letting me know. Let me.
Also,
Not
how
the
was the friend gonna
asshole.
apologize and like take back what he said and call her a crybaby and whatnot? Or call them a crybaby? But you apologized for their behavior and then backed it up again.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Because why are you gonna apologize if you don't mean it? That's so stupid.
Not the asshole. I hoped you whooped their asses in the game. I was better than
Hell yeah.
them. She says. That's
Good. I
fucking
hope you carried.
awesome. Good job. I don't understand what the problem was. It was okay for them to call me awful things, and then when I talk back, I'm instantly mean. I don't know what's wrong with them. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with them either, girlfriend.
Called them out immediately and blocked every single one of them.
I cut off all contact with him. Good. Good job.
Thank God. Don't
Proud
look
of you.
back.
Proud of you. Oh,
Mm-mm.
what is
You don't
this?
need that negativity.
Oh, okay. But yeah, good job on you. You got another one, Mo? I actually like
Yeah,
these,
I'm
man. These are fucking
trying to
hilarious.
pick one. Yeah, these are fucking hilarious. I'm still sad about the gas tank one.
I know. I'm over here like going back to see if it'll like pop up again, but it's not doing shit. Ugh.
Ooh, I don't know what this one is. It just says, "Am I the asshole for yelling at my boyfriend for making me leave my best friend's wedding?" And it's been marked not the asshole. Now I have to figure out what the boyfriend did. So my boyfriend 27 and I 26 have been together for 2 years. He's a good heart and is normally rational, but this one issue is that he expects me to accompany he expects hold on, he expects to accompany me in every occasion no matter how big or small. He even went with me to my ex-boyfriend's funeral after days of begging. What the fuck? Now my best friend got married a few days ago. It was very small and only close friends and family were invited. My boyfriend couldn't come because of the +1 rule. He pitched a hissy fit saying my best friend has no respect for my relationship and was shocked when he learned that I was still going to attend. He told me that if he can't go, then I'm expecting to not go as well, but this is my best friend and I had to respect her rules. He gave me an ultimatum: either we go together or I stay home with him. I ended up going because I respect my friend's rules. He was angry with me and kept calling me the entire 2-hour drive and then stopped. Later, I got a text from his friend telling me my boyfriend, got into an accident and was taken to the hospital. I freaked out. He gave me the address and I had to leave the wedding and told my friends why. I was crying the entire drive home and kept calling his friends but got no response. I arrived to the hospital and asked about my boyfriend and they checked and told me he wasn't there. My anxiety reached 160% as I kept calling his friends one by one. I just went home and there he was, along with his friend. He saw me and said that he was sorry, but this was the only way he could get me home after I left him alone. And after the initial shock, I just blew up yelling at him about lying and making me leave my friend's wedding and having me literally go to the hospital and freaking out because of him. I kicked his friend out and we got into an argument. Talking about how much he kept talking about how much I love him, thus I left, which is my own doing, not his. And he was just trying to see if I could choose my friend's wedding over him. And then he argued that my friend caused this and I shouldn't agree with her to exclude him. And I said, what he did was horrible and called him horrible and then went to my room. It was awful because my friends kept calling me back to check in on him because they thought he was really at the hospital. He said I overreacted and that I yelled at the wrong person. Am I the asshole? Did I go
Bullshit.
too far?
When was that
What
posted?
the fuck? Uh, 20 days ago.
Okay, bullshit. Because if you look at it the way it is, pandemic is still happening. Even though it doesn't look like it, it's still in effect. There's still a pandemic. The COVID is still a thing. So for her to say don't bring a +1, it's probably because she doesn't want to have people, like a ton of people there, and like catch it, you know?
Mhm.
So, in my opinion, she's not the asshole here. He is for making her think that he was in a serious amount of pain or in a serious accident. So, for you to do that just to get him away from her best friend, and all of a sudden you feel like jealous or something because her best friend happens to have a wedding and you're not invited because she has this rule of not having a +1, you are supposed to respect your girlfriend for that too. Like, you are supposed to give her her time. Like, does she never have time for herself if you're in that kind of relationship? Like,
Mhm.
you get what I mean? I mean, you know, you get what I mean.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. She replied to somebody that said, Not the asshole at all. Your boyfriend is a control freak, and the longer you stay with him, the deeper those controlling lies will get. Look how far he went this time. You could have gotten into an accident by driving stressed out and sobbing behind the wheel. I hope you realize this isn't safe for you. Get out while you can. And she replied, see, I really don't think it's about control because he suffers from mental health issues, and this is why I cut him some slack. At first, knowing he can't control some of his behaviors, but he started complaining about things that bother him and saying that I'm ignoring him by not making efforts to say accommodate him if this is the right word. What the fuck? Hold on. What else did she say? She replied to somebody else too, saying, not the asshole, what the fuck? What's wrong with that person? You were absolutely not in the wrong. He made you think he was hurt, for God's sake. I try not to be one of those people that say it but run fast. This is psychological abuse. And she said, if it's relevant, he suffers from mental health issues, including depression, but still, I never saw this coming. But also, I don't think my temper could get out of control like this. No, dude, like, if you
Mm-mm.
both know he has mental health issues, why isn't he trying to get help for it?
Yeah.
If you both know it's
He
pretty
needs to go get
serious.
help for that. Yep. Ain't no
Like,
way.
nah, dude. You don't stick up for his horrible actions because he doesn't want to get help. And then
Exactly.
that you're his only help, quote unquote. But you have a life of your own. You can't just stick by him the every time he wants to go outside or every time you want to go outside. Uh-uh. You're not the asshole, dude. Uh-uh.
Mm-mm.
But don't stick up for him like that, dude. Like, he literally made you run to the hospital. Yeah, you could have actually gotten into a car accident. You could have been the one. And then you would have been worried while in the hospital, being like, my boyfriend, where's my boyfriend? Oh my God, like, whatever. And then him showing up perfectly fine. If you were hurt, ooh, I would have been pissed. I
I
think I would
would
have
have
been
been
more
too.
pissed. Ooh,
Mm-mm. Nope. He needs to go get help if that were the
he,
case. If not, if it's not that case and he continues to do that stuff, it's not going to be safe for her in that situation. Like, she literally could
absolutely
get
not.
herself hurt or in an accident because of him, because he's acting this way.
And then what would he tell her friends and whatever if she got hurt? What
Yeah,
would he
exactly. What would he
tell
say?
everybody? Like, oh, like, what excuse would you make? Would you hide the fact that you lied about being in an accident and in the hospital just to be like, oh yeah, I didn't cause this? And then you would make her seem crazy? Nah, dude. Mm-mm.
Or would you use the best friend not letting her have the 1+1 as the cause of the whole
Mm-hmm.
thing? Like, oh, this wouldn't
Yeah.
have happened if you just let people bring
Um,
plus ones.
yeah, if you just would have invited me too or something. Like, what the fuck? No. Like, you weren't invited. Why couldn't you just let her go? Do you not trust her enough to be by herself? Uh-uh.
Mm-mm. Nope, she's not
Eh,
the asshole in my opinion. But I really do hope that she seeks help for him, or he seeks help for himself.
If
They
he
need to
doesn't
do
want it,
something
she
about
needs
that
to run.
relationship. Yeah.
She can't just stick up for him like that, especially if he's gonna go to drastic measures like that.
Mm-hmm.
No,
That's all I
that's the
could say.
equivalent of those abusive relationships where you try to leave and the guy's like, "Hey, I'm gonna hurt myself if you leave. I'm gonna hurt myself if we break up." But they obviously aren't gonna do it, but they just want you to feel bad.
Mm.
That's the equivalent, but to like an extreme. Because you had her go to the hospital, man. You gave her an address.
Yeah,
Or then you
no.
thought it was okay. You just thought, like, it was A-okay. Like, it wasn't your fault. Like, that wasn't something that you shouldn't do. And then, like, obviously it had to be his idea. Or unless the best friend is whispering stuff in his ear to where he doesn't want to leave her side.
Yeah. Hey, oh my God, listen to this one. It says, "Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law not to leave my kid at a stranger's house?" My mother in law has been staying with us since our baby was born. She watches him from 8 to 2, and then she goes to work. My sister in law picks up the slack after 5. Oh, sorry, until 5 that I get out of work. We pay my mother in law, but not my sister in law. We've helped out my sister in law many times with different things to include childcare as well. So I've always seen it as an even give and take. But it says, sorry. Well, today I came home and there's a random child in my home. Come to find out, my sister in law's roommates, that it's my sister in law's roommate's kid. I didn't really care that much, but then she asked us to watch him for 30 minutes while she did something super fast. 2.5 2.5 hours later, she returned. I was fuming. I didn't know this kid or the kid's mother, and I'm sure the mother doesn't know that her kid was being watched by strangers. He's also autistic and nonverbal, which we didn't know until we started watching him. So I said, I hope you never leave my kid at a stranger's house like you left this one. This child's mother doesn't know who we are. To which my sister in law replied, I didn't go to the gym because I was watching your kid, and then don't count on me to watch your kid, and left. My mother in law calls me shortly after crying that my sister in law told her I was talking shit about her and how she takes care of our baby. That's 100% not true. Am I the asshole for saying what I said?
No, you're not the asshole. What the
Mm-mm.
fuck? Dude, I have an autistic nonverbal brother, and God forbid if somebody left him at somebody's house, especially being so young, it's showing all not really symptoms, all the signs of autism and obviously being nonverbal, and then you don't know how to communicate with this child, and then like some cases of autism, like they hurt themselves, they'll hurt others, they don't know the consequences of their actions because for some autistic kids they don't see the consequences of actions. They just think, oh, like I'm not supposed to do. They don't know I'm not supposed to do this. They're just gonna keep doing it and
Yeah.
keep doing it and keep doing it. So, like that kid could have gotten seriously hurt or worse or whatever. And the fact that the sister-in-law is just like, oh, whatever, I don't care, but then like is gonna lie to the mother,
Yeah,
to the
no.
mom.
Nope.
Nah, dude,
Not the asshole.
you're not the asshole.
Not the asshole at all. But
How are you gonna say that, dude? Like they watch her kid, right? That's what they said, that they watch her kid from time to time. They thought it was an equal
yeah,
thing
so they
going on.
helped her, including childcare, so her child, I guess.
Find a new sitter. Hell no.
Mm-hmm. I would have long ass time ago. I did notice that it's 10:57, and we're actually gonna be cutting this episode short. We're actually ending this at 11 tonight. Um, Before we do so, there are a couple of announcements we want to make, including a schedule change. So we do realize that we've been doing a lot of Mondays and Fridays at from 10 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. That was before we've gotten all of our schedules like set. Currently we do have a lot of crazy stuff going on uh between, a couple of our lives here. So there's a lot of things that changes, and one of the biggest changes we've had to make on this podcast is we're actually going to have to cut the amount of episodes per week. And it's going to be cut down to one episode per week, and it's going to be every Friday. And we're thinking about keeping it the same time. We're still kind of like trying to figure it out what time is best. Um but anything to do with the new schedule change, we'll post it on our Discord, Twitter, Facebook. What else do we have? Oh, Reddit.
Yeah, we have Reddit. I mean, we don't post too much on it, but I mean, we're trying.
We're trying, yeah. It's just we're a lot of things have happened in my life, I can say. I know Allie's going through some stuff, trying to like get settled down fully. Um, and I know Mo's had a couple things going on as well. So there's definitely a lot of factors that definitely put us in a bind. Um, so yeah, just the fact that we're changing our schedule to every Friday, uh, and having, everything posted by the next day before, I want to say before 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. It just depends on you know, what happens that day. I can't really tell, or I can't really say or promise that the episodes will be posted before 5 p.m. Mainly because, there's always different factors that can happen, like power outage or my internet sucks ass. Um or, just something happens and I have to be away from my desk. So there's definitely a lot of things with that. Like I said, Ali isn't going to be able to join us for a couple of episodes. She is trying to get her stuff settled in. She's trying to get new Wi-Fi. There's just, there's different things that happen in people's lives, and we're just trying to give ourselves enough time to get those things settled and out of the way. Um and I think that's all we had to talk about, correct? I might be wrong. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I think
I
that's all
think
we had to
that's
talk about
it.
was just the schedule update.
Yeah, it was, just a schedule update. Anything, like I said, anything that is going to be changing on the podcast, we will, excuse me, we will post it on Discord, Reddit. We'll try to post it on Reddit, um, Twitter, and Facebook. And I actually did find out that Spotify has this thing where we can ask polls. Um, I wanted to try and do that for our episodes too. So I'll try and implement those, especially on our special episodes on like paranormal and true crime. Um, Anything like Am I the Asshole stories we can do. It just depends on what the episode is like that day. But um this Friday. This Friday is going to be
Supernatural.
paranormal. Yeah,
Yeah.
supernatural. So supernatural slash paranormal um episode, and I will be bringing a story. I still need to catch up and like finish writing it, but I'll
We
have it
got an
ready.
entire week.
Yeah, I'll have it
We
ready
got the
by
time.
then. Yeah, I got a pretty good amount of time. So I'll have it ready by then. So hopefully we'll see you on Friday. Um and then every episode after that Friday is just going to be Fridays every week. No more Mondays, just one episode a week, until we know for sure that we have extra time later, or once we have everything settled and out of the way, then maybe we can change it back. But it just depends on the things that happen in life. So, but yeah, is there anything else you wanted to add in, Mo?
Not just that, we can't wait to see y'all Friday so we can see all the spooky stuff we have.
All the spookies. But yeah, so thank you guys for letting us or allowing us to be part of your day. We truly appreciate all of the love and support. Um and catch you on the next one.
Our pups out.